Setting up your meeting for YouTube Live. I should be live here momentarily. All right, here we go. All right. Why am I doing this? Why am I here? My name is Mike Shaw. I live in St. Louis, Missouri. I run a YouTube channel called Sofa King Jewish. That's me. I wanted to get this out there because it is critically important that we have a counterbalance to a current either planned or already active law in the state of Missouri, which says once Roe v. Wade is no longer the law of the land or respected law of the land, Missouri has a state law which says that it incentivizes private citizens to go after other private citizens and try to disrupt their ability to or report on those private Missouri citizens that decide to take it upon themselves to help other citizens of the state or out of state to facilitate or help have an abortion. Now, I personally don't give a shit about abortion. If it's right, if it's wrong, I don't care. That's not the purpose of this video. The purpose of this video is to give the average citizen their power back. And what I mean by that is before you can coordinate or plan anything, you must have secure communication. And secure communication, what does that mean? It means that state of the art in this time and date is basically end-to-end encrypted, meaning that when you send a message to the intended recipient, only they can see it and only you can see it. There can be no other intermediaries to spy on or look upon or go and see that, or vice versa. If later on there's a court, a subpoena, or something like that, you can't subpoena what doesn't exist or what you can't get to. There's a lot of caveats with that, but in any case, I wanted to make this video real quick and go with the start. These are the four that I would recommend. One of the four is something you have to kind of take a little bit of a caveat with, we'll get into that shortly. But having said that, a good place to start is Signal app. It's an open source end-to-end encrypted secure platform. You can use it to you can use it on just about anywhere your phone, Android, iOS, your Windows computer, your Apple computer, your Linux machine, all that stuff. I believe that one I'm not as familiar with, but I know that it is legit. It is de facto legit. And the next one on my list, I know quite a bit more about. It's called Wire app. And it is also end-to-end encrypted. Okay, so you have wherever you're at, it is as well. iOS, Apple computers, Macs, etc. It's everywhere. As well as Keybase. Keybase I'm not as familiar with, but they have the same principle. It's still end-to-end encrypted. I just recently started using it, maybe a couple months ago, infrequently. It does work. It's very cool. All these are very cool. But basically, the final one that on my list to start with would be Apple iMessages. You have to be very, very careful with Apple iMessages because the end-to-end encrypted part is compromised if iMessage to backups to iCloud they must be turned off. And why I say they must be turned off is because Apple helpfully will back up all your messages. And if they're backed up an archive of them to iCloud, that means that they can be subpoenaed and there's a record there. So you can turn that off and you won't have that problem. Then it goes back to just being end-to-end encrypted. So that way, the only way that your messages could be compromised with any of these is if your phone is actually physically in possession of whoever to do forensic work on it or something along those lines. You can combat that a little bit by encrypting your device. Maybe that's a video for another time. Maybe not. Here's the gotchas. Never, ever, 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 ever use these to facilitate secure communications because it's compromised. Do not use WhatsApp. Do not use Facebook Messenger. Do not use SMS, MMS. Cell phone messaging, text messaging. Do not use Telegram. Do not use Snapchat. Do not use Discord. Do not use any other social media messaging platforms that if they offer them. Do not use them. And when I say that is because either the company that owns them can easily peer into those, and they are not end-to-end encrypted. Do not rely upon those. Those will leave you high and dry. They will leave a trail. They'll leave a record, that kind of thing. And lastly, what I wanted to cover real quick is, if you like all this stuff and you want to hear more or see more, let me know. Please comment, like, subscribe. Tell me other apps that I might not be aware of. And I'm definitely gonna have an opinion if I've heard of them before. And finally, what makes me qualified to say all this? Well, I'm a security architect and technology in the cloud arena. I also worked as a senior DevOps engineer for a number of years, quite a long time. So I'm uniquely qualified to know how to secure things, how they are secured, how to keep them secured to prevent adversaries from compromising private data, PII, that kind of thing, data that should only be used in the course of regular business, so that only least privileged access folks can't see those. Or only the right qualified people can see or use the data in the course of their daily work or whatnot. Aside from that, you don't want private data on the back end of an application to be public. That's all too far field. Anyway, pulling it back to center, I strongly recommend folks to look up EFF, the Electronic Frontier Foundation.org, EFF.org. If you want a little bit more background on some of the ways that privacy has been permanently compromised, if not forever compromised on the web, the EFF is all about making sure that your digital online presence belongs to you and you alone. That is the only people that should be able to see or hear things that are online, and you should be able to own that. I'm kind of getting a little long-winded here because this is probably the 4th or 5th time I've done this, because I had snafus or whatever. I apologize for the quality, but it is what it is. It's more important to get the message out so that other folks can make use of this thing. And I just want to have a small little bit of commentary here. It's extremely fucked up and wrong for to incentivize a private citizen to spy on or snitch on their fellow citizens in this manner, especially for something like abortion that's been a part of our culture, for better, for worse, for a very long time now. Now, you may not like that or whatever, but that's fucked up. And again, I'm not on the right or wrong side. I don't care about that. I'm just out here to help folks securely communicate and plan and coordinate what they may or may not want to do in their own private lives. Furthermore, I would say that if you are okay with spying on and going after other private citizens, in state, out of state, whatever it is, you need to take a long, damn hard look in the mirror. That's fucked up. It's none of your business. It should never be your business. Mind your own business, and you won't have any issues. So I would hope that other citizens would respect their fellow citizens and just keep their nose out of their own business. I saw a lot of the camping memes or whatever. Like, if you need to go camping for any reason, I'll make sure that you can help. I'll help get you I'll help you go camping. Camping being a nom de plume for abortion, essentially. But right or wrong, don't care. If you have a strong opinion, good, eat it. I don't want to hear it. Or maybe I do want to hear it. I don't know. But if it's about abortion or debating it, that's all. That ship has sailed. I don't care. But if you have a criticism for one of these, one of the top 4 that I said, let it be known. This is a quick rough cut. I want to get this pushed out before it gets crazy. But in any case, I hope this message finds you well. I hope you sincerely do not have to use these things to do that. But in any case, it is what it is. So go out there and do what you got to do. Yeah, so have fun. Peace. Oh, and if you have any other things, you can hit me up on YouTube or Facebook or wherever. And then, I'll